You'll get it eventually.
Hey, I heard an echo.
Hello?
Yeah, we're live, guys. They can hear us.
I will double check that. Yeah. We're good.
Oh. Well, I just had to mute my. I had to make sure that it was actually happening. It's happening.
No.
Odd.
Can you hear me now?
Oh shit! Is that the homie Fastback on mic?
Okay, guys. I just made another change.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How are you?
Hello, everyone.
Oh, that's Mike.
That's Michelle.
Why do people keep thinking this is Fastback? He
I think
got his own.
Because he hopped on it.
I think
I said
everybody.
Fastback or Mike, so I had a half chance of being right either way.
Honestly, I think Fastback sometimes steals your avatar.
Does he?
Yes.
He does.
Aha.
Little did. Oh, I think I just got him in trouble. Okay.
Yeah,
That or
great. I
that or
get to
he's
do a
been
show
getting
with
me in
Mike.
trouble.
Yeah. Okay. So people can hear me. People can hear the panel. Can you hear the gameplay?
I don't know if you even bother messing with that at this point.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we got it working.
You're probably right. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna choose some games. Before we start anything, I gotta sing my happy birthday song again because nobody heard it. You ready?
Ready.
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to the planet. Try not to fuck this year up too. Beer.
No. Clean.
So you gotta end it with a beer.
Yeah,
I'll
I
drink
mean,
a
well, we
sip of
kind
coffee to that.
of we ended it with many beers, especially 2020, that shit show that we had.
God,
Holy
did we ever?
crap.
Did we ever? Do we have any requests for arcade games? I'm gonna give it to the panel first. The panel can choose, and then if the panel doesn't have any suggestions, I'm gonna move it right to the audience, to the chat.
Move it
Pass.
to the chat.
Yeah, I say the same.
Let the people decide.
Golden Axe, oh Pong Soul, of course. He had to go with Golden Axe.
Brother
Okay.
Pong.
Okay, let's play anything but Golden Axe.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with Golden Axe. I'm gonna play the arcade version, of course.
Let's try again, Pong.
Golden.
The only arcade games I remember playing were Midnight Maximum Tune 3 and Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Wow, that was definitely a N64 game for me. That's it.
My kid loves Mario Kart with a passion.
And you could save your profile. It would print out a card, and you keep the card in your wallet, and you scan it next time. It saves your progress. That's how it worked. Very cool.
Very cool.
And those Midnight Maximum Tune machines, they are sharp.
Well, we didn't actually have a chance to say, since the audio was a little off earlier, want to just thank, we have Mike from the original Next Level Gaming's here. Say hello, Mike. We also-
Hello, everybody.
We also have Prophet of Metal, who's not been on a podcast with me recently. It's been a while. When's the last time we've actually done something together?
I don't think we've been on a show together like ever.
You sure? I know that. I mean, we've worked together, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever been on a podcast with him.
See, here's the problem. All you MFers, I can see motherfucker. It's New Year's. All you motherfuckers have animated avatars, especially you, Prophet. You should be putting that on your Google profile so you can have you be animated in Hangouts, so people can see you movement.
Oh, it actually works like that.
Yes, it actually works. And
That's why it's somehow we're still using Hangouts, which is kind of crazy because nobody else is.
the thing about Hangouts is you have to continue to use an old link, and it'll work.
He's got it. He's got it down.
That's right. It's okay.
Next time. Hangouts is a
There
bit
will
slow.
be no next time. No. You failed already.
So let's talk about 2021. Sorry, I messed that up. Let's talk about 2021 and what we all have plans for 2021. What we all want to do different.
I say.
Drink more beer.
Work, drink beer. My girl's moving in.
Ooh.
That's about it. Like, there's going to be a lot of shuffling in March. I'll tell you that. There's going to be a lot of things going in, coming out, and that might be in more
Wait
ways
a second.
than
Are
one.
we still talking about moving?
Sad part is that's exactly what I was thinking.
But come on, you guys aren't newlyweds. It's not like you've just gotten together. You've been together for how long?
And that means what?
I know, but just the fact that you're going to move in together doesn't mean that it's going to be like a honeymoon all over again.
Well, we plan on christening the entire house, so
Every surface,
Including her son's bedroom.
sure, why not?
You're right. Why the hell not? Just remember, keep some Lysol wipes handy.
Lysol.
Yeah, that gets
Why
anything clean.
Lysol?
Wow.
You don't be Spider-Man COVID all over the place. Come on now, Crispy.
I work retail. Like, I get people
Lysol.
that I get people that like literally walk up behind me and are standing breathing down my neck, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, you understand 6 feet?
No, people don't
6
understand that at
feet.
all. Like, I'm not joking. They haven't got a clue.
No.
It's that hard to realize that, they say that for a reason, people. Especially if somebody's wearing like a bandana over their mouth. Like, yeah, that's going to stop something. Come on.
Oh, the gameplay audio is static. I'm just going to turn down the Elgato because apparently that's where all the sound's coming
Well,
Speaking of work, Graphic God,
from. Yes.
I might have some more work for you real soon.
Excellent.
All I gotta do is think.
Wayne's World
And,
party time.
Not my strong point.
Yeah.
Okay,
so, yeah. Welcome back.
Damn, I still can't hear the guys. What happened, man?
I don't know.
You still can't hear
Right.
us?
I can barely hear him.
And you can only
Who's
hear
eating?
me.
Who's eating Pringles?
Pringle?
Oh, you can hear that? Oh, damn. Sorry.
Did he literally call the chip?
No, he did not. No, he did not. I'm actually eating
He's
some
eating
sort of
crackers. Jesus, or something.
shortbread cookie thing. My son gets these snacks from around the world boxes every month. And
Oh yeah, we love those. That's fun.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
So it's
love shortbread biscuits.
another form of loot crate. There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty much-
Oh,
it's
yeah, I remember
what it
Loot
is.
Crate.
Exactly what it is. We
That's
did the
basically
Yucca
what it is.
Promo codes these YouTubers used to do.
Yeah, you redo the Yum Yum box. That's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that is it. That has been pretty cool so far. The Yum Yum box.
Yeah, we've been doing it for almost a year now. It's great.
Wait a second. What are we still talking about? Video games?
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about
No.
the Yum Yum box.
Yeah,
It's
the
that
Yum
one
Yum box.
console they had back in the
Yes.
80s.
I heard Yum Yum Box and Moments and
It was a
It's only-
Japanese version, Yum Yum box.
Yeah. It's only out on the Atari VCS.
It's rated G or PG, and it's not PG-13 or rated R. Jay, just saying.
We didn't say Disney box.
Oh. Speaking of Disney, who the hell watched Mandalorian?
Not
I
me.
did.
Not
I
this
did.
guy.
It was phenomenal, guys. You got
It was.
Mandalorian. And I'm not.
I
You don't
get to
even. You
watch
don't
it.
even have to be a Star Wars nut, because I think Star Wars fans get a very bad rap about their devotion to the source material and what's canon and what's not. It doesn't matter. This show is phenomenal. You gotta
No,
go watch it.
even my girlfriend is enjoying it. And she is definitely not a huge Star Wars fan.
No,
So
and you don't have to be. That's the thing. That's the cool thing about it.
well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do a whole full on binge at some point. That's
It's
probably
basically a
gonna happen.
space. It's a space western more than anything.
Well, it's
That's
That's a
right.
good way to put it.
It's the way the original Star Wars really was. It was a soap opera.
I haven't watched any of the Star Wars movies since Revenge of the Sith.
You know
Hey,
what?
sorry,
You want
Jay.
to hear something
I can't
funny?
hear them guys,
I'm actually
man. I can't hear them
re-watching them all. So
Well,
I
I
fell
will
asleep
say
for
that-
The Force Awakens at the movie theater, and I never watched
Well,
it.
yeah,
I was gonna
yeah,
say
no.
you could.
Throw that to the bushes.
Yeah, you could,
I haven't
skip,
watched
you
one
could
since.
completely skip that last three. Those
and you
last
know what?
three.
But here's the thing: the a lot of people give Clone Wars a bad rap. I think, other than some of the poor acting, it was
I thought there was
it's a
poor
good story.
CGI in those movies. Like,
Yeah.
there's some pretty poor CGI.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry,
Anakin
but
Skywalker
also
was terrible. It was
these
terrible.
spin-offs that they came, especially Rogue One. Rogue One was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
movie. I
Really good.
thought it was probably one of the best. It hit all the points that they need to hit. I don't know why it came it came to what they had after that, and I just don't understand it, because you came out with a really good. It had me on the edge of my seat the whole time,
Oh, yeah.
how crazy that movie was, and I don't understand how you go from that to what happened after, and it's like, it just baffles my mind. You had the formula right there. It's in front of your face.
Well, it's called putting the wrong people in charge of making the movie.
Are you talking about the Solo movie? Like the Solo
Well,
movie?
even Solo is kind of mixed, but
I fell
Rogue
asleep
One
in
is
Solo, too.
Rogue One is the highest rated when Disney purchased
Yeah, but
it.
that was not on the timeline as a regular Star Wars, right? That's a whole other.
No, it's in between episode
It's
3
another
and episode
storyline,
4.
right? Though.
Yeah, well, you're right. Solo was a prequel, of course, but yeah, you're right. Rogue One was right before Episode 4. That was the whole. Remember, the whole many Gungans die to get this information. Well,
Yeah.
that's the mission that they were talking about.
But
So
Just like the
Post
It's
out
like-
right before the New Hope, then.
It was right. It was right before A New Hope.
right. Well, yeah, because
Yeah,
he
see, I
basically
haven't watched Force
the end of the
Awakens,
movie.
The Last
She
Jedi,
hands
or The Rise of Skywalker. I refuse to watch them all.
the end of the movie. She hands the plans off to Leia, and that's basically the
Right.
beginning.
Well, no, does she hand the plans to Leia?
No,
Does she? Yeah, I
not
was
her,
gonna say.
but the plans get handed off.
Right. To fake CGI Leia.
I know, and you know what's crazy? Even when they did Luke in The Mandalorian, I found they did a good job. But I watched this video of them basically redoing the CGI with a deep fake, and I couldn't tell the difference. Because apparently
No,
they use some kind of de-aging software to make him look younger, because it was really him doing the acting. But it's almost like they didn't even have to. They didn't have to spend the money on him except to have him there, for his voice.
Speaking of, because a lot of these companies are now using Unreal Engine to do the CGI stuff for these movies. A lot of people don't understand that. It's kind of crazy. But guess
I
what?
didn't know that. That's interesting.
Guess what? Epic Games bought a whole freaking mall, bro.
Yeah,
They just bought a whole freaking mall, dude. Like, it's like, what is it? Like, almost 1 million square feet. It's damn close, I think. Like, what? You bought a whole freaking mall. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what malls are going to become. They're going to become like freaking like gaming centers and like developer freaking centers. And what are we thinking? Like, that's crazy.
Where they buy this mall at?
It's North Carolina, I think, or South Carolina. I don't know. Wherever it's right
Was it
near
an
that.
abandoned mall, and then they're converting it.
Well, basically, there's nothing left in there because of this whole pandemic. So, I mean, you know, the mall is like, hey, let's cut our losses, and they probably like broke even because, you know, I don't know why Epic needs that much space, but they want that much space. So here we go. Like, you're going to see tech companies buying malls now. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Well, they probably had the bank to buy a couple more. So
Since we're on the topic of Star Wars, I'm going to play some old Star Wars.
there we go.
But anyway, just to get back to what I was saying, the Clone Wars was not terrible, except for some of the bad acting. The fact that they even like talked about how they cloned Jango Fett, and he's basically all the clones, and how they even refer to that in the newest of the Star Wars shows. It's amazing how far they've come with that franchise. It really is.
I can agree with that. They've done a pretty good job. The Mandalorian really did a good job.
I agree. Yeah.
The same director of that one is when I directed Iron Man, right?
Yeah,
And
Jon
then
Favreau.
Yeah, that's his name. Sorry, I couldn't think of his name at the moment.
And he admitted that they basically took feedback from, you know, they understood what people wanted to see in a Star Wars movie or TV show, and they did it. They didn't shove something down your throat. They didn't PC it. They didn't. It wasn't it wasn't filled with social commentary. It was straight up Star Wars, and I loved every minute of it.
Hey, what up, Jago?
What up, brother?
Jago!
What's happening, man?
I couldn't hear you.
His house.
He
Yeah,
feels
that's a sick animated
fresh
photo.
and clean. Yes, he does.
So fresh is so clean.
But when you get home at 6:30, man, you gotta eat and shower, dude.
I got home
Yeah.
at midnight last night, and I just showered and went to bed.
Well, time to start off 2021 with a bang.
There.
Ready,
Yeah.
ready.
Yep.
Look at all these beautiful people in the chat.
My New Year's resolution is to beat this first playthrough. I'm still on Cyberpunk. Jesus.
Oh, you mean you want to beat it with all the side missions done?
I want everything off the map except for the cars. If I don't buy all the cars, I don't care. But I want every police mission. I want everything. I'm 95 hours in, and I still got a little ways to go.
I have to admit,
95 hours, Jesus.
Yeah.
That is devotion.
I was
That's
80
more
hours
than
in my
I
first
played like
playthrough.
in the last 2 weeks.
Trust me,
Any game.
Trust me, I wanted to go through his female V, but I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that because when I go through with female V, I'm just going to concentrate on like basically the main story and do what I got to do to level up. But I want to
stop it! You just want to focus on banging Judy.
I've already looked that up on YouTube, so it's real short.
That's what she said.
2 pumps in the quiver.
Well, if you saw that article today, there's a PC mod where you can bang Judy as a male. There was people bitching about that. I saw in the comments.
Hey, the woman likes what the woman likes.
So that's kind of creepy. That's like some people were saying that's rape because she's gay. I'm like, oh, it's a video game character. Come on.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Pan Am for life, though.
Pan Am for life.
Something about that, man. I guess when you first meet her, she'd been over the car. You're like, perfect.
I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing about Pan Am, right? She's walking around with those tight jeans on the whole time. It's hard to concentrate.
Yeah, no shit. Have you seen the girl that did her, like, body?
Yeah, you
motion capture?
sent me the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, she looks a lot like her too.
Yeah.
She doesn't do her voice. Another girl does her voice. I can't remember her name. Who's got the microphone down there in their zipper?
I thought there was somebody pink on their mic. Like someone's getting pink-eyed at night.
I heard Can-Ams.
They're like, keep talking, Jacob, keep talking.
Oh my God, this game is hard to play with a regular gamepad.
What is it? This Game Boy? Virtual Game
No,
Boy?
this is the arcade version. But the controls are just not made. No, I can't even shoot it down the pipe.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
No doubt. He's heard that more than once.
Do we have any other suggestions for games, gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, sorry.
We got some RoboCop in there.
RoboCop. Oh yeah.
It's right down the list.
That's a good one.
Not like I'm saying a game that starts with A or B. You got to go all the way down for.
And I apologize to anyone in the chat that does not identify as male or female. I'm 48 years old, man. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to this. I'm sorry.
I identify as male. I'm sorry. That's just how I was raised, I guess.
I am a meat popsicle.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Depending on what game I'm
Sounds
playing,
like you're a
usually I'm a
meat
meat shield.
popsicle for someone.
and I hope I don't offend anyone by saying this, but I just wanted to like explain that, you know, because I am very old school, and it's not that I'm against anything or any kind of sexual orientation or anything, but it's going to take me a little while to get used to calling an individual a they. I'm sorry, because I was in a conversation with people, and they kept saying they did this, they did that, but they were referring to one person, and I'm like, are these Siamese twins they're talking about? I have no idea what's going on here.
Wow, look at the graphic on that skull thing.
Trust me, Jay, I'm the same way, brother. There's different times we
Even
live.
me, I'm 23.
Yeah. You're an old soul, though, man.
Yeah, you are, Prophet.
Like I don't know, man. I don't get it. I'm just some old school. I just can't get it. I'm like, I saw somebody on Twitter that they identified as pansexual. I'm like, what does that mean? You have sex with pots and pans?
Yeah, I have to look that up all the time. Not that I know many people who
I don't either.
identify as that.
I don't.
I gotta watch what I say too.
Yeah, I might know someone, but I don't ask them their sexual orientation. So.
Here's something. Here's an idea. Make a sexual orientation dictionary. There you go.
Yeah, man. Because I have no clue.
Yeah, people would buy that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it won't be long before Webster's takes care of this anyway.
Yeah.
Webster's and
They
Wiki.
need to.
Want to say hi to
You're gonna have like
That's smart, man.
Want to say hi to a couple people in the chat. Assassin Lupa's here. How you doing, Lupa? Hope you had a great
Lupa, come
New
join
Year.
the show.
I thought she was supposed to be on the show.
Dragon Hard Yobi. How you doing? Cyber Gunter. Indie Gamers here. What's going on, Indie? Pong Soul. Yeah, Pong, you're gonna have to come on the show one of these times. I sent you an invite one time, but I think you were busy. And I know
He came
you
in.
were.
He came on one time. Yeah, he came on one time.
Yeah, but yeah.
Before
this
Thanksgiving.
one time at band camp. Yeah. I know. I stuck a flute. No.
You have to also you also have to remember that I'm usually drinking during the show, so I don't remember shit.
Yeah. I trust me, Jay. I understand.
He remembers beer going into his mouth. There you go.
I'd like to meet this guy named Beer.
His name's Homer Simpson. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Man. I haven't played anything other than Cyberpunk since it came out.
Honestly,
I haven't been playing shit, to be honest, either. Like, dude, like, just like work, come home. I'm just like, I don't want to play games right now. Let me just.
Oh, it's just I'm enjoying it so much, and
it's
like
such a good game.
It is.
I'm
man.
looking forward to playing it every day. I'm wishing I could play it.
Dude, the bugs have not been that bad. I think, honestly, my console crashed on me twice, maybe, and I think I fell through the map one time, and then the rest of the time it's just been crazy visual bugs.
I mean, what do you expect? It's an open world RPG
Exactly.
in a big map. It happens.
And it's not just vertical; it's horizontal too. Multiple areas, multiple buildings and areas. And
You can almost go into like, it feels like for me, like you can almost go into like every building you wanted to. Like it's kind of like, I don't know, like usually like everything's blocked off. I'm like, why? Like I can't just go into this building. Like that's kind of why I enjoyed the Division. There was a lot of like, areas you could go in that you wouldn't think you could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that made it better than like. It basically felt like you were running the whole time, which is kind of annoying. Like this is like bustling. You can go into like, so many different areas. You have so many different interactions. I mean, I don't know. I think when this patch comes out, people are going to be like, okay, this game really is incredible. And I always call out the fanboys that are like, oh, this game's horrible, and they're like an all PlayStation person, and then they're playing Miles Morales with all that crap that happened with it.
Yeah.
Like literally, I saw like all kinds of shit happening with that game, and it's like, well, I get it. Like nobody wants glitches, nobody wants anything, but the point is have the same energy, people. Like holy crap, dude! Like that game was fucked up for a while. Like they put out patches and shit too. And the worst part is that's a single player game, just like Cyberpunk. But Cyberpunk had a ton of AI involved.
What about the fucking new Call of Duty? The new Call of Duty.
Trash, garbage.
It was terrible. I didn't even buy it, but I saw so many.
Yeah, don't buy it. Save your money. Don't buy it. It's play Cyberpunk.
Just as bad or worse, and nobody's bitching about it.
I bitch about it daily on Twitter.
Oh, you do. I don't get your tweets.
I bitch about it every day. I just.
Like, no word of a lie, my nephew played Cyberpunk, finished it on the OG Xbox with all of his glitches, and still says it's his game of the year.
It's my game of the year, I can tell you that. Mm-hmm.
And you had less interactions. Like they had to tone down the AI and everything else.
Oh my god!
Like,
to
allow the game to run.
Okay, no word of a lie. So he came to my house over Christmas, and I showed him Cyberpunk playing on the Series X, and he said, "Where did this crowd come from?" He couldn't get over the crowd density in that game. Like especially if you're like noontime walking down the street and basically pushing through people. He said there's not half as much of that on the regular.
So now after all these years, after we figure out that it's the hardware, because I just wanted to play the games. I wasn't understanding any of the hardware. Now it's like, dude, imagine if Obsidian remade New Vegas. I think that game would be fucking sick, dude. I really do. I think there's people that have never played that game, and all of a sudden you could have crowd density, you could have more AI and stuff. Like, dude, if they just remade the original New Vegas, I think people would be freaking enamored.
The problem is they were overly ambitious with what they wanted to do, and they couldn't deliver everything that they really wanted to deliver on the old hardware, and they cut a lot of stuff out. And I'm just hoping when we get to next gen, look, it's a great game, but did they showed the PC, the top PC version, which was what I really wanted. Am I disappointed with what I got? No, it's still a fantastic looking game. But they cut a lot of stuff out too, and they didn't deliver on some of the stuff that they were trying to do, but they were way overly ambitious. I mean, for what the hardware they were working with, or would have to work with.
You know what I go back to? I go and say we're getting to the point where these consoles and these PCs are going to like make a reality, like not necessarily in virtual reality, but just you sitting there, playing, normal, is Ready Player One. Because you think about what it would take to make a game like that, it would be absolutely insane. And like almost feel impossible right now. But we're starting to get to that point where, you know, the immersiveness is going to be there like tenfold.
They wanted to deliver like almost like a one-to-one experience of like real life in game. That's what they were trying to deliver with that game, and I get it, and that's what I wanted too. And like I said, am I mad at what I got? No, hell no. But it just what the old ass hardware they were having to like basically build it for, no way it could do it. No way it's fucking do it. That's why I'm hoping when we get, hopefully we still get it, the next gen upgrade, they can put back some of the stuff they took out. Like, did anybody see the monorail system they had in the game that they took out?
No.
Y'all see that? Yeah.
I remember seeing pictures of it, but I don't remember like when they had the fan art for it, or not the fan art, but like just the art for the game. I remember seeing it in there, like pictures of it.
It's
Yeah,
funny,
I saw it on Twitter.
It's funny you even say that, because I was saying that to someone. I said, why aren't there any sky cars or anything like that in this game?
They had the monorail system. Then they had lots of underground areas too that they took out for some reason. Like you know, a lot of the doors that you'll go to now that'll say open, but it's locked and it won't open up. A lot of those like areas too were supposed to be accessible.
See,
but they had to cut it for some reason.
They need to bring in sky cars so you can fly everywhere.
I understand their vision for what they were trying to go for. I mean, and that's what I want to see. I want to see all this stuff that they had to cut out because of older consoles couldn't handle it. I hope that's what we get with the next gen upgrade.
Right.
If not everything, a lot of it. I'll just put it that way.
Right.
And see, the problem is, and this is where I think they're getting in trouble, and this is the difference, in my opinion, this is the difference between, you know, bitching about Call of Duty and this game, is that, you know, this game was built originally for the
Absolutely.
for the
Fat
for the fat consoles, right?
Yeah.
It was built for the It was built for the Xbox One. It was built for the PS4. It was later set to add the rest. But but when you know, I think what they ended up doing that got them in trouble was, once the new consoles were announced, it's like, all right, well, we'll make the game for this, and we'll just kind of forget about what we're doing with the current consoles. And I'm going to say this, because there's a little bit of mea culpa that I have to give, and I'm probably going to do this on Thursday. I remember a year or two ago when Sony came out and said, you know, we're building The Last of Us 2 and God of War. We're building those for the base PS4, and then we'll ramp it up, you know, what we need to ramp up for the PS Pro. And at the time, I said, why would you do that? Why would you target the base instead of targeting up and coming down? Now I understand why. And that move made, I mean, The Last of Us 2 is such a beautiful looking game on base hardware. And Cyberpunk, which I get it, it's a totally different game as far as the scope.
Yeah.
But you until you're rid of those consoles, maybe the right move is you continue to target the base and you ramp up from there.
And I actually have to say that is actually confirmed on Microsoft's side, because Gears 5 was built for the One X, which, yes, it's a slightly more powerful than the Xbox One version, but also nobody really had any issues on the One version as well. And then they've ramped up the graphics and everything else on the Series X side. And a lot of people are like, this is what I was looking for from next gen with the Hidebusters DLC. And I'm like,
Hidebusters is phenomenal.
You know, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, well, you know, maybe we were all wrong thinking that everybody should be like making for the best thing ever, and instead kind of toning it down, because you can't leave the player base behind. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, Hidebusters and just playing the game in general on my One X, on my Scorpio edition, keeps looking better and better. And it's like they're building it off that, and then they're just ramping it up. Like they're treating Series X almost like a PC, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And they're just like, okay, we can do all these extra things. They're already toggled in. You can add these things. It's already there. And I think that's why, like, that's why probably Epic bought them all, because they have something. You know what I mean? They have something that, you know, a lot of other companies don't have, but Microsoft's continued to buy into Unreal, and I feel like they're going to continue to do that because they're allowing this technically third party in their eyes go and make something that they can scale the way they want, and I think that's going to be a huge deal.
That is I mean, you just nailed it, full tooth, man.
I mean, think about it. Hellblade 2 is already, like, it's probably being developed in Unreal 5, like, at least a majority of the assets right now, because they use Unreal, and if you played at least a small bit of Hellblade 1, that game looks incredible, especially if you have a 1X or a PS4 Pro. That game looks incredible, and they continue to scale that game, and I feel like, you know, maybe it's actually kind of a software problem for some games. You know what I mean? Like, they're just they don't know how to scale correctly, and I feel like Cyberpunk is kind of like coming into this, like, how do we figure this out? And they're using their own engine and stuff, and I feel like it's becoming an issue with them to you know, go from this platform to this platform to this platform. And I almost feel like some of the people that said, like, oh, you know, this is holding back games, you know, developing for the older hardware, can be true, but it's necessarily not true, especially if you went and said, okay, we're just going to develop for the newer hardware and then try to scale it down. I feel like I always hear that scaling down is actually harder than scaling up.
I actually heard, too, that the reason I read it yesterday, for a reason why Cyberpunk it launched the way it did was, one, we all know the investors probably were down their throats and the big wigs were listening to them, and you get after all that 3 delays or however many it had. But one of the things that kind of threw them full of loop was the inclusion of Johnny Silverhand, or Keanu Reeves. Like, he didn't get signed on until, I think he did an interview. It was like sometime in 2018, where he was talking about he just got signed on, and they changed a lot of the story parts to accommodate his character being in the game.
That's when they first started doing the motorcycles too. Those motorcycles are all his.
Yeah,
his team made those bikes for the game.
And
he's got a collection of motorcycles, does he not?
He owns his own motorcycle company.
Yeah. But I think they probably had like a more, I'd say, like almost a full, like a close to done story, and then they added him in there because they wanted that star power, and they ended up almost having to, like, start from scratch. I didn't read this verbatim, but that's what I was kind of getting the gist of. They kind of almost had to start from scratch and, like, restart the story to have Johnny Silverhand in there.
If you think about it, Keanu Reeves was made for this movie because there's several things that are very reminiscent of The Matrix, like the jacking in, for one thing.
Yes.
And the red pill and the blue pill. I mean,
how about Johnny Mnemonic back in the day?
Exactly, Johnny Mnemonic. Exactly, right? There's so many things that are very similar to The Matrix.
Oh, I love his character. I wouldn't have the game any other way. But that, you know, if you have to start, the game was first talked about in 2012, and then I hear that it wasn't really started on until 2016, and then you include Johnny Silverhand's character out of the blue, year and a half, 2 years before the game releases. You basically have to redo the story, whatever. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that the game launched the way it did, because if you have to start over, there's a whole new set of bugs and shit that, you know, you're going to end up with, opposed to a finished product that you were already bug testing for, you know, when you include Keanu Reeves in the game. So.
Yo, imagine if they added Johnny Silverhand and he added absolutely nothing to the game. Like, imagine that.
I mean, I love his character. Like I said, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, but imagine if it didn't add anything to the game.
Oh yeah.
It would be so much better.
There's times I'm playing the game, right, and my wife was sitting with me, and most of the time when I'm just doing side jobs or I'm driving from point A to point B, we have a conversation. Whenever Johnny's on the screen, I'm looking at Laura, I'm looking at my wife saying, shh, quiet. I hear you saying.
Yeah, because you want to hear what he's got to say because he's funny as shit.
I know.
Like that time, I don't know if I put a clip on Twitter. Like you go to steal Carrie's guitar, his old bandmate's guitar from Samurai, but somebody's got it, and then you're looking at the posters, and he's like, that venue was shit. The food was worse, man. But the band, the groupies made it all so much better. The best pussy I ever ate. I was like, holy shit! Did he just say that?
Damn.
It's just weird here, Keanu Reeves play. I know he's a character, but it's just weird hearing Keanu Reeves say that. Well.
No, seriously, like the dialogue is phenomenal. The interaction with NPCs is phenomenal. Yes, there's a few glitches. Big effing deal. It does not kill the game.
That's what people need to understand. It's minor technical issues.
They just never played a boogie game before.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the first day I played Skyrim on PC. It was horrible.
Yeah, like Andy said, I heard a few people say he was ironically a little lacking. Yeah, I mean, some of the things, it was just like, not everything, but a few here and there, a few of his lines or something. Some of the things is like, this is kind of stupid. I'd rather not read this, but I'm going to. I got that. But most time when you're interacting with Johnny Silverhand, he don't come across that. No. Like they were talking to this Asian dude, I can't remember his name. And then, and you tell John, Johnny's bored to death, and he lays down, and all of a sudden he just rolls out and rolls off the building.
And the cat jumps after him.
I was like, yeah, I got it. It is kind of boring. But he just makes it, man. A lot of times he's funny as hell, dude.
I agree. Yeah,
Like
I mean, it's going to go down unless something comes out that tops it. It's going to go down as game of the generation, in my opinion.
Before it is, Doom Eternal was my game. It is an awesome game. Doom Eternal, if you haven't played it.
Oh, what a game!
It's too freaking hard, man. Too freaking hard.
But,
I'm probably one of the few people. I play Gears, bro. I was like, yo, this game makes me want to throw my controller against the wall. God damn it!
I beat it.
I beat Doom, the first Doom. The new Doom. I beat that one.
2016.
But I can't beat this one. I cannot.
It's hard, Jay. I beat it, but it's hard.
And I did it on Doom Master or whatever the hell.
You know what? You were smoking something. You were on something to do that. You had some performance enhancers or something.
I didn't do it on the hardest difficulty. I did it on the next to hardest, whatever the hell that's called.
That's right. Not Nightmare, but whatever
Nightmare.
See, Jago and
Do
I.
you remember Nightmare mode on Doom 3?
Oh.
I like the pansy mode.
Oh man, yeah.
The
I'm all about
Skull
pansy mode.
There was only the difficulty I played it at. There was only like 2 or 3 sections where I died multiple times. I got stuck for like an hour because there were just so many enemies, and I would run out of ammo on damn near anything. And if they hit you once or twice, you were fucking done.
Yeah, I know a couple places like that.
Like the parkour, I didn't have a problem with parkour in like first person.
Oh, me
that wasn't
either.
hard to me.
I mean,
Like,
Dying Light. I love Dying Light. That's why I'm.
Yeah,
using
Dying
parkour.
Light is great.
Where the hell is Dying Light 2, by the way? What the hell?
Yeah,
is
where
going
Dying
on?
Light 2?
Yeah, where is that?
They canceled that because they were scared of Cyberpunk.
No. It's still coming. I even heard
I
they're
played-
still doing. I heard they're still doing a Dead Island too.
Dead Island. I haven't heard about that game in years.
Yeah, I heard they're still doing that.
I remember just playing Riptide with my best friend, and we played Riptide together.
I'm still on my island, on my square that says that Microsoft's going to buy Techland. That's almost what I feel.
That'd be nice.
That's
Andy,
a possibility.
no, you didn't hear me ago. I said I still haven't played anything since I started playing Cyberpunk. I'm going to get Ghost Runner though.
Like I feel like they're like, okay, we're not going to talk about this because we already been purchased, and we're just gonna make the game even better, and just all of a sudden just drop it on E3 like this year. Like that would be freaking cool. Like drop it like hard. Like, but it seemed like it was almost done. You know what I mean? Like what they showed, it was last E3. You know, like not technically last, the year before that. They showed like a good chunk of like what was going on and how it was like kind of a dynamic like interface, and like they were doing things almost like Forza's doing. You know what I mean? Like things are gonna grow. Like it felt like I was watching like you remember when freaking Prince of Persia came out, and then what was it, Sands of Time or the Warrior Within, when
I love
you go
Sands of
back
Time.
and forth.
Yeah.
When you go back and forth in time and like things would change, that's almost feel like what they were doing with Dying Light 2. And I'm like, but all of a sudden, like they showed this shit ton of gameplay and then it just vanished. And I'm like, where is Dying Light 2? Like, I'm basically like a freaking inhuman freaking, like just killing everything. In Dying Light 1, it's like I need a Dying Light 2.
I got so powerful in Dying Light 1 that I was hunting the volatiles or whatever they're called.
Volatiles.
I was hunting them.
Yeah, same. I
me
got really
too.
powerful too. They just died pretty much almost immediately for me.
That's kind of how I am right now in Cyberpunk. Like, you know how overpowered the cops are in that game. I took on the cops.
Ridiculous.
I took on the cops and killed every one of them until they stopped coming, and they even had gang backup, and I killed all them too.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that you became a criminal and killed somebody?
I killed a bunch of people
God,
in
that-
Cyberpunk.
that's
Monster.
terrible.
Criminal Jago.
You're a
No,
monster.
I wanted to try and see if I can actually beat the cops, because they would always show up and kick your ass if you accidentally did anything wrong. So I was like, screw it, and then I was like, I took them all out. I was like, that's it. Y'all ain't coming at me no more. What the hell?
Well, especially when they bring out the mechs too, right?
Yeah. Oh well, I can just hack them and like reset them and put them to sleep.
See, there's my biggest problem, that I chose a lot of skills that weren't all that popular, and I think I should have focused more on the hacking and stuff, because that would have helped me. That would have helped me a lot more.
Like I'm level 20 in like body, and then level 20 in I can't think of the top right, whatever the perk ability that is, but yeah, man, like I can take people out without even. I can physically whoop their ass like with fists. Guns, I got like a legendary shotgun. It's just crazy. Or I can just sit on top of a roof and take people out and not touch them at all.
Honestly,
That's how
I
I play. I like the shotgun for the snipers. And
I like the golden baseball bat. I just like to pound everyone with that. No,
Like,
seriously,
I-
like the golden baseball bat, it does 1,000 damage. Like, it's amazing.
I've got a melee weapon that does over 2,000 damage, Jay.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
I never use them though.
Did you craft it or find it?
I found it, but it's like the higher you get in level, it's like you'll find like higher guns or swords or whatever.
Does the damage scale with level, or does it just stay at that value?
It says that value, you have to upgrade it.
You have to upgrade it, yeah. Like the more things, like I've got a bunch of legendary augments and everything. So I mean, I saw somebody post like so many hours into the game, and he's only like 300 health. I'm over 700 health in that game, and like 900 to 1,000 armor. Dude, it's crazy.
I don't think I focused that much on that. I
I
do
have
remember.
They should.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I even like doing the investigative modes where I'm like searching through the videos and stuff. I love doing that stuff.
At first, I didn't like it because it just aggravated the shit out of me, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But once you get the hang of it, yeah, they're not bad. The BDs or whatever,
Yeah.
the brain fixes.
Yeah. But honestly, wouldn't Cyberpunk be the perfect game for VR?
Look at Invader showing up. Somebody, I'm over 9,000 health. Good God. How many hours you got in it?
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. Yeah, Cyberpunk would be amazing for VR. I think it would.
it would be totally.
Especially
Wow, that'd be amazing.
once they do the the next gen patch. Oh my God! Like to get closer to what they showed us on the commercial. You know what I'm saying? They always do this. They show you a game the best on the highest spec PC, and then when you get it, you know, it don't look exactly that way. Cyberpunk is that way. It's that way too, but it still looks great. But it's not what they showed us in the.
No, definitely not.
No.
Because I went to PAX in 2019, and I saw 2 live demos, and the game now looks nothing like that.
Yeah, no, it's they were definitely showing us like the high spec PC version. Yeah, that's all that's what that was. I want that version.
I'm
I
still
want
gonna
that
upgrade.
version.
I'll still upgrade my PC before I buy it, because it'll be the most enjoyable way to play it for me.
Yeah, I still want that version. I mean, I hope they I don't think they're canceling it, but I mean, that's what I want. I want that game, that version of the game. I'm not
Yeah, anyone remember Bioshock Infinite when they first showed the reveal for that, the gameplay trailer? It was such a different universe.
Dude, it's like when they showed. Remember seeing Watch Dogs for the first time, and then you got what you got.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I tried Watch Dogs.
That and The Division. Remember the first time they showed The Division?
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, I agree with you there, but still, I was still blown away at The Division, like the amount of detail.
Yeah, I love
that
Division.
No, I'm not. Yeah, it was The Division.
Hours into it.
The Division was fantastic. The second one, I'd still like to go back and play the second one a bit more.
Yeah,
I still play it from time to time. Like sometimes me and
I
you
didn't buy it, and I was a huge Division 1 fan.
Me too.
But I didn't feel like spending another 300 hours in it.
I just want to get to the point where the game they show us in the damn commercial is what we get on launch day.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, we're so mesmerized by these commercials.
Yes.
And then they change and switch the product up on us.
Yeah.
It's called bait and switch.
Yeah.
Bait and switch, yeah, bait and switch tactics.
Like I understand that's what they truly wanted out of the game. Which that can be said for a lot of games.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
I just hope that vision comes to fruition for Cyberpunk, or for that matter, for every game that they show us 2 years out, and it actually looks what it's fucking supposed to look like.
And you remember Rainbow Six Siege? They released the reveal trailer for Rainbow Six Siege, and how different the game looks now. Like, they had all these really nice weather effects, and then they just made them so bland in the full game.
The game was bug when it first came out. It's good now, though. Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was very good at all.
Fastback said, "What if Cyberpunk?"
Yeah, I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in years, and I've been playing it since 2015.
What did Fastback say?
He said, "What if Cyberpunk is the Matrix with John Wick hooked in?"
That's exactly what it is. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. And I hope they like the next gen. Like I said, when they give us that next gen upgrade, they add in all the stuff they took out. Plus, they go more in depth with like once you finish with Pan Am, it's like with any NPC. Once you're done with her storyline, she might as well not be there. Or the same with Judy. Judy, you know. I hope they expand upon all that in some way.
Right. Well,
and I'm sure that's what they wanted with their vision, because you remember they said like the whole like the NPC just walking around had their like you can talk to like almost any one of them. Everyone would be different. Blah, blah. That's not what they got. No.
Like
I've seen one female taking a piss with an imaginary penis, and then I've seen a guy doing the same animation.
I saw that.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
I did see that clip. That was actually pretty funny.
Then I saw a guy another NPC doing the exact same animation, peeing with his pants up, with nothing hanging out.
I thought maybe you saw the guy squatting.
Okay, so tell me this, guys. How many times have you been playing the game, and then after like playing it for like 5 hours, realized, holy shit, I'm buck naked? I was buck naked.
That's happened to me a few times.
I was buck naked the whole time.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple times. I didn't realize it until I look at my feet.
I don't think I've ever looked down another day. I may have run around more than one time naked. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think it's a bug. After
It's a
do
bug.
like certain missions, when you have to switch to their gear or their suits, you don't put your shit back on afterwards.
Yeah, I was buck naked one day. I was like, have I been walking around naked this whole time? Why
I've seen that.
Why haven't people been clapping when I walk by?
I've seen that. I've seen people talk about that, but I've never looked down to know if my character actually has done that.
I almost feel like it's first person for a reason.
Yeah, really.
There's a mod on PC right now that you can play it in third person, but they say it's kind of wonky. The way they walk and the way they animate when they're holding weapons, yeah, it's not real good right now.
That's what I don't get. You see so many games that can switch from first person to third person, and it's just like, why can't we just have that as the all end be all option? Like, you know what, Chris? They probably wanted that in there, but they didn't.
we saw how it released with bugs and shit. They probably just didn't have the time to implement it.
Yeah, but I feel like almost every game should have that option. It would make me more interested in some games that I'm just like, well, I don't want to play this as a first person. Like, there's certain games that I get it, but and you know, I actually enjoy, but at the same time, it's like, why can't this be third person? Why
look
can't
at
we do that?
Skyrim. Skyrim, you have to do scroll
yeah.
the mouse wheel.
I prefer third person in Skyrim.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
third person Skyrim too. So
I'm typically a third person over first person in general.
I love my
It doesn't-
shooters third person,
It
but my
doesn't bother
adventure
me.
games third person.
I can play either way, first or third. That's why they said it was first person. Cyberpunk, I was like, that ain't gonna bother me.
Okay. So how do you drive your vehicles? Looking out the windshield or
With motorcycles, first
No.
person.
Okay.
With no obstructive view. And with the cars, third person because
Yeah,
it's hard
gotta
to
be
see
third
it
person.
from-
It's hard to know
Yeah.
what's coming.
No problem. I'm a motorcycle rider anyway, so that's alright.
Yeah, I love it. I love first person while I'm riding a motorcycle. But with most of the cars, it's hard to fucking see.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
get a
in real
kick-
life, wheel drive with that in first person. But
I get a kick of all the people, and I think you did at Jago as well. People taking photos of them standing next to all their vehicles.
Yeah.
I think
That-
yeah.
This is like the
That-
movie Grease.
Yeah, that was before I had like 3 more vehicles now. That was just the ones I was showing on Twitter was the ones you can get for free. That were all in that picture.
Yeah, but honestly, there was a I think it was K Mega.
He did it yesterday.
Yeah,
He's got
and
a,
he's got like 40 freaking vehicles.
He's
Dude,
got
he had
like,
them all lined up with his bikes too. He has all the bikes in all the
He's
cars.
got
man, the
like five-
registration costs must be expensive.
he's got like 5 bikes and like probably 20 vehicles.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
all the,
I-
some of the ones he got are like 100,000. Like I don't even know how he gets the credit for it.
There's one car in there that's over 200,000. I was like, no, I wasn't about buying the vehicles. I'm like, screw that. I'm concentrating on buying mods and stuff for Elite.
Yeah, and I get a kick out of all those tasks where they go buy this vehicle. It's like, screw that. That's my
That's why I
money.
told you. That's why I told you. Like, I want to finish the game, get everything off the map. Even if there's only things left on the map is to like cars to buy. I don't care about that. I have bought 2 cars. The Avenger one, because it just looks cool as shit, and it says Avenger on it. And then there's another Type 66. It looks like a Batmobile and a something else. Mustang.
I'm only going to buy a car if I can flip it for double the price.
There you go.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you. You know, one easy way to get money in that game is when you run across those little control panels that are like a little red.
Use cheats.
They had the little red light on them or whatever.
Yeah.
You can hack into them, and if you hack into them, no matter if you get hacked level 1, 2, or 3, you'll get money when you're done. If you
Yeah.
hack it like level 3, you end up with over $1,000 just by doing it or more.
I still have problems hacking sometimes. I don't know what it is.
If you upgrade, Jay, upgrade your
Yeah,
RAM.
you can
to-
hack though, but you only get like 1,000 after when you hack like the highest level.
Yeah, but I mean that's an easy way. And when you get like a bunch of guns, sell them.
Oh, that's what I do. I'll go to. Okay, so here's what my little task or my little thing that I do now is I go near a drop box and I kill a bunch of people and I collect all their weapons until I can barely walk, and then I drop them all off and I sell them all at the drop box.
Yeah, I've had no problem getting money in that game.
Yeah, I got like 70 or 80,000. That's it.
Right now, in game I got like right at 200,000
Wow.
in cash. And like I said, I've got like damn near every upgrade. I've got the legendary. Of course, I told you about the legendary matches blades. You get those for free. Then I got legendary gorilla arms. I got legendary mono wire. I don't have the legendary that little grenade thing. I don't have that, but I've got pretty much everything I want to buy.
No, I don't
Now
have those.
just-
I do have the manta. I do have the manta
Mantis blades.
claws,
Yeah,
And,
pretty much you can do.
and I did upgrade quite a few things, but you know, I'll still die once in a while.
Oh, if you have an upgrade, you need to upgrade to the point where you can get second heart, Jay. So when you die, you automatically come back.
Ah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
very useful
I'll
to
look
have.
into that.
Like if I'll die once in a while, but as soon as I die, I get right back up with full health. then it has a cooldown of like, I don't know, 3 minutes. You know, long as the cooldown timer, expires, if you die, you'll get right back up again.
I think I'm gonna have to start watching some YouTube videos or something about, the proper way to upgrade, because I don't think I've been upgrading properly.
I just watched one and it said one thing you need to have is second heart, and I was like, and he told me what it was. I was like, oh yes, most definitely have second heart. There's a way to get I don't know if you ever used it, Jay, or bought it, but the mono wire is probably one of the most powerful things you can use to begin the game. And I never used it, but there's a free legendary one you can get of that too, and that's what I got.
Mono wire? What is that?
It's like a fucking wire, it'll cut body. It's like basically a sharp ass wire. It'll cut heads and limbs off.
Oh.
And it's supposedly like one of the most powerful things you can get at the beginning of the game. If you get at the beginning of the game, it's one of the most powerful things you can get. It's a legendary version. I got it too.
So you have to upgrade it. How? You have to find it first, or you have to buy it first?
No, it's just like the free legendary Mantis Blades. You just go to a garage, open the door, and there it is in a box.
Oh, the Mantis Blades. Yeah, I got those.
Well, the mono wire too. The legendary mono wire is free.
Yeah, see, I don't have the mono wire. Jeez. I have to look for that.
I never used
Why
it.
not?
I never used it until I found it. I saw it, and I was like, when you went to the Ripper Dog, I'm like, what the hell's a mono wire? I was using guns and shit. Yeah. But no, it's actually pretty powerful.
See, I was using Johnny's gun for a while until it kind of got lame.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
I did that too.
That's the only special gun I got besides that Pan Am sniper rifle. I really didn't get anything else.
And I used her sniper rifle quite a bit, but now they're so underpowered because of my level.
Yeah, it takes so much to upgrade them too.
You can upgrade everything though.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of resources to do it. Just to upgrade just a little bit.
So
like I said, when you're doing those little hacking things to get free money, you get all these epic and legendary and rare upgrade things you need to upgrade weapons.
But which of the hacking items do you need? The third one? You need the one that's the hardest?
No. Even if you get level 1, you still get upgrade components.
See, I'll hack everything, even if
I do
too.
You'll see the little red dot inside of a house. That's one of those places. I do every one of those. Outside in the real world, if I see it, they'll be on vending machines. Yeah. They'll be on like antennas on the top of buildings.
Don't let him lie to you. He'll do it as long as he's not on a mission currently with Pan Am. Then he'll stop and do it.
Well,
Pan Am's just gonna wait. Pan Am.
I'll do it. I'll just stand there and wait like a good NPC for me to finish.
That's what I say to my wife.
I can't wait until he calls his wife an NPC and she smacks him in the face.
Good PMC, wait till I finish. Tell her, Django. You fucking tell her.
There's ways to get like a lot of hacking, upgrade components and money and stuff in that game.
Yeah, I think I just need to know. I just play the game and I play it the same way all the time. I think I need to start looking at some of the tips and tricks.
Put it this way, I wish I knew now what I knew at the beginning of the game. So next time I play through it, whenever that is, whether it takes me another 50 hours to get all these things finished off the map, I'll know all this. And like a lot of times too, one of the things I didn't really care to do was the missions where you go just beat up the random dudes for the cops or kill them, take them out. But a lot of times they'll be legendary or the upgrade components wherever they're at, and they're not that easy. They're not that hard to take down. And you'll get rare gear or epic gear sometimes there, sometimes legendary gear there. I was like, I wish I was doing these before. But it really doesn't help now a whole lot because I'm so high level.
Gotcha. No, it's just a matter of playing it and taking tips from your friends that know what they're doing.
When I get the game, I'll be coming to you guys for advice.
It's a great game. You've got to go get the. Might as well just go get the free legendary monowire, Jay. It's a little legendary weapon you can have instead of the Mantis Blades.
See, and how I found the Mantis Blades is I actually went online and they told me where to go to get it.
I sent you that, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you remember? I said you get the free Mantis Blades.
Yeah, and you showed me
no!
and you showed me where on the map to go, and
yeah,
and I did it. So that's the thing.
And we could have picked those up at the very beginning of the game, and I knew nothing about them.
Yeah. No, I didn't know either.
Quad.
Like the girl in the white dress, she's actually in the game too. You saw that like trailer all those years ago? She's in the game too. She's a Max Tech officer.
The girl in the white dress? Is this like the girl in the red dress?
Yeah, remember the girl in the white dress who was the cyber psycho that I was telling you about? I said you'd get her legendary match.
Yeah, yes, I do. Okay, yeah.
She's in the game. She's actually in the game. She's a Max Tech officer. She's like a SWAT version. They're like a version of SWAT. They're like a version of the SWAT team,
Right.
and they take on cyber psycho. She's actually one of the like the good guys.
Huh.
Because she actually brings out her mantis blades helps your V take down the cyber psycho who breaks into a clothing store.
No, I definitely remember.
I tweeted that out like 4 days ago or something. You have to go to some weird ass clothing store, talk to the dude at the piano or something, leave the store, skip 24 hours, and then a mission will pop up in the same clothing store. You go back, talk to him again, and then it starts the cutscene where the cyber psycho breaks in. You have to take him down, and then she and her squad shows up to help you take him down.
Oh, wow.
Yep. She got reformed or whatever. They didn't want to kill her. If you watch that original trailer they put out, what was it, 8 years ago or something, I actually showed her sitting in the middle of the street with her mantis blades hanging out, and the cops were shooting at her, and a bullet actually grazed her face. And if you look at her in the clothing store, she's actually got a scar on her cheek where the bullet hit her.
Huh.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
That's detailed.
I just remember because
That's full fucking circle.
yeah, I just remember because I just did it a couple days ago. And then Marion asked me about it. He saw my tweet. You all know Marion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And what's her name? Looking for the picture on my phone. Where's she at? Oh, right here. Her name is Melissa Rory. Yep. I put this picture in the DM. Yeah, I just love the game. That's what I need to stop playing the damn thing.
We can tell.
Yeah, there ain't nothing retro about this for episode of Retro Renegades.
Like
Absolutely not. I guess not.
no, but honestly, it's
Futuristic Renegades.
It's one of those games you can sit down and play for 6 hours straight and not even realize that's how much time.
Yeah, that's what you need games like that. Like I remember back in high school, I played Skyrim from 6 o'clock at night till 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't look at the time. It was just that time. I was like, "Whoa, shit! Have I been playing Skyrim for this long?"
Yeah, it's one of those.
You need games like that. You need games like that, and Cyberpunk's one of those games.
I can't believe you were playing Skyrim in high school.
Yeah, I mean, it came in 2011. I played it in 2014, I think, after all the bugs were patched out.
After the bugs.
Yeah, I got it real cheap for like $5 or whatever, so I was pretty happy.
All right, I just put her picture in the white dress with her mantis blades hanging out, and then her in game in the Max Tech suit and the retro.
These guys are so bad.
With her mantis blades hanging out. That's
Yes,
I don't think.
Yeah, that sounds.
I don't think that's what I want to see hanging out on her.
Well, her tits aren't out, but her mantis blades are. So, but I put both of them. The picture of her from that early trailer, and then her in the game in that Max Tech suit in the DM.
Look at all these selections I've got here, guys, and then this new, the new Raspberry Pi that I downloaded. We've got it's all selected like they've got everything put into different categories. I've got all my Castlevanias are in one section, all my Capcoms are in one section, all my Data East, my Donkey Kongs are in one section, Konami, Super Mario.
Now, what did you use a program to put it all in there, or did it do it
No,
themselves?
it automatically had it.
Yeah, it did it all himself, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Look, all the Mortal Kombat's in one place. Look at the Mortal Kombat games. I didn't even know half these existed.
What'd you do, Jay? Download an update for your Raspberry Pi?
No, I downloaded a 256 gigabyte image, and I bought it. I got it from RetroPunks, and there's
And
some.
it came with all those games on it.
It came with all these games, and like
Wow.
it's amazing. They're all pre-built. I didn't even realize there was this many Mortal Kombat games, and out for so many systems.
Oh yeah, that one for the Game Boy. That was crazy.
Game Boy, Game Gear,
Yep.
Mortal Kombat was everywhere.
Game
dude.
Boy Advanced.
Master System had one.
Yeah,
Did it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit. Holy crap!
yeah, it's some crazy shit. I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play some
That's a
Sega.
Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat X. I absolutely. It's one of
Well,
my favorite
I mean,
games as well.
They
There's,
got
I love
there's a
them
reason
games.
why. There's a reason why
Aaron Black,
WB
all
bought
day bitches.
Midway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
WB bought Midway. That was, you know, they had us all fooled. By the way, you want to think about 2020? Everybody's like, oh, you know, Microsoft's going to buy WB Games, and then it's like, no, we really just
They
bought
didn't.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
and ZeniMax.
Oh, this is something I can ask you about there, Mike. Since you're the retro master here, what is CPC?
Amstrad CPC.
Ah,
Amstrad was just an early computer.
wow. I've got a whole selection of CPC games here. I mean, they're all pretty, rudimentary.
Which
but
they are.
there's a ton.
But
of them.
Amstrad had it was
That stands for Cyberpunk Central. Did I see 3DO games on there?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's go back to 3DO.
ooh.
Yeah, 3DO, one of my favorite.
There's
old
not a ton of 3DO, unfortunately. But what we've got here, we have Advanced Dungeon. Oh, sorry, Advanced Dungeon Dragons. We have Captain
Okay.
Captain
Quasar,
Quasar.
yeah.
All right.
We have Gex.
Yeah.
We have
Yes.
Primal Rage. We
Yeah.
have Return
Rage is
Fire.
awesome.
Oh my God, go play Primal Rage, dude.
Okay.
Road Rash.
We have
Road
Road
Rash.
Rash, Super
Road
Wing
Rash.
Command.
That
Road
version
Rash.
was
Oh,
the
the
best
Horde.
version of Road Rash.
Was
Made.
Yeah,
it?
it was.
I
Even I
say
know that
Primal
game.
Rage first, dude.
Okay, let's do Primal Rage.
Primal Rage first, absolutely.
I've got Primal Rage on my Street Fighter machine. It's just the Raspberry Pi 3B. It can't really run it that well. It's like 12 frames per second. It's so slow. Need a Raspberry Pi 4.
Oh, I think it's time for
One of the
me to
good
grab-
things about old games is they're so achievable by like beginner programmers and stuff these days.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go grab beer.
Alright. This was during the era when
Wow.
fighting games were all the rage. Everywhere. Everybody was making a fighting game.
I was so passionate about fighting games 3 years ago. Now I just don't
Oh,
give a fuck anymore.
this game, I freaking had like they had the freaking little characters of it, like you could buy and everything. Like, dude, this game is
I
awesome.
love this game. This game in the arcade was fucking badass. I
Yeah, the
remember that.
arcade was fantastic.
Yeah. The sound effects, everything about it, dude, loved it. I mean, Jesus, you even had Naughty Dog back in the day making Way of the fucking Warrior because fighting games.
Way of
was
the
about-
Warrior, I've heard of that game.
Oh, it was so bad, it was good. The soundtrack was White Zombie. You'd love it, probably. The actual game soundtrack was White Zombie, and it's all digitized like Mortal Kombat too. Digitized characters.
Man, look at this shit, dude. Like, Time Warner Interactive. Like, dude,
Time
like, come on.
Time Warner did a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
They did the Saturn version of Virtual Racing.
Virtual Racer.
That's why I'm
Watching old racing games.
The
oh my
3DO
God, I
was
can't.
an anomaly, dude. This
3DO
this
was
system
fucking phenomenal,
fucking
dude.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
dude.
I loved the 3DO. I wish I still had my 3DO. All the systems like that were like not the mainstream. The 3DO would be the one to have. To still have.
Yeah.
The 3DO was basically Dreamcast when it came out. Like, it was so like in depth. It just didn't have any games, and that's what the problem was.
It had Demolition Man, still one of my favorite games to this day. If I had a 3DO, that would be a game I'd play. It was basically the game version of the fucking movie. It was so good for the time.
3DO stand for?
Michael, no, I don't think I know if it stood for anything.
3D
It doesn't stand for. No, it doesn't. It stands for the company that created it was called the 3DO company. It really didn't stand for anything.
I didn't think it
Alright,
did
yeah,
anything.
fair enough then.
They had that's why they had like the 3DO Panasonic and then the 3DO whatever other version there was. I
Yep.
can't remember.
They licensed it out like VHS.
Yep, yeah.
No, it was created by. That was a company made by Trip Hawkins, formerly
Really?
formerly of EA.
No shit. It was actually a really good console for its time. It was way ahead of the curve. That's why it cost like $700 brand new.
Well, back in the day or now?
No, back in the day.
Back in the day.
That's a lot of money for back in the day.
It was like
Yeah.
$300 for a game back in the day too, wasn't it?
No, that
Damn,
was the
really?
No, that was
No
the Neo
way.
Geo home, that was the Neo Geo home system. And
Oh,
they were
yeah.
Neo
Yeah.
Geo's ones were crazy.
Dude, I had a Neo Geo. It was awesome, but
too.
the carts were all $200 a piece.
that was then.
Everybody bitching about prices of games nowadays, but you guys had it hard, man.
Can you imagine what those games would be now, Mike? Jesus.
No, I.
How much will they
don't
be
even
worth
want to.
now?
If they were 300 then, I doubt they went down in price.
No, they probably went up because they'd be rare, no?
Yeah, rare. 'Cause a lot of people didn't have it. I got it. I didn't buy it brand new. I got it like 2 years old. I still paid. I don't remember how much it was new, but I still paid like $300 for the system. And then the games, I bought 2 games, and I think I paid like $450 for 2 games.
So I found that in a local shopping center of mine, they have 2 retro game shops, and they've got like boxed up NESs that cost like $800. They got
Jesus, really?
boxed up N64s. They even sell game cartridges for like $100. And if you're telling me they were $300 back in the
There
day,
was 3. Some were like Magician Lord. That was the Neo. That was on the Neo Geo home system, one of mine. Yeah.
Yes, Magician Lord. Yep.
They varied from like $100, $150 to 300, depending on what game it was.
She's
Damn,
not
that's
loading,
incredible.
guys. Unfortunately, this is not loading.
Well, see if you have it on the Genesis on there.
they weren't kidding when they said gaming was an expensive hobby.
Gaming's always been an expensive hobby. Gaming was expensive.
Yeah.
Let me-
It was
let me-
expensive before we owned it. All those
Let me
fucking
try
quarter
one
bucks.
more on the 3DO, and if it doesn't work, I'll jump to the Genesis version.
Try Road Rash.
Yeah, Road Rash is shit.
Super Wing
Seen
Commander.
Road Rash, yeah.
Super
That's
Wing
another one of my
Commander.
Genesis favorites.
And
You
one
guys
is-
have played Road Rash on here before a long time ago. I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you
a
played it
fan
on-
favorite.
Oh my god, I used to
I'm
play
sure,
Road
yeah.
Rash religiously.
Does this still have the Soundgarden cutscenes? Like the full motion video cutscenes in it? This version? It does, don't it? Where you're playing the Soundgarden music? Right?
Soundgarden, I like Soundgarden.
Yeah.
I used to listen to a lot of this stuff back in the day.
Oh, we'll know if I get a copyright strike.
Go, there you go. Yeah.
Right?
Should be playing
Yeah.
music. I can't hear it. It's turned down.
Anyone remember 2004 Road to WrestleMania?
Road to WrestleMania, no. Has anybody
It was on
played
the
the new one
DS.
that just came out?
Play what?
But like they did the theme songs. They did the theme songs like I don't know what they did, but the theme songs of the wrestlers were almost 8-bit sounds. I think I don't know the correct word, but they weren't actual instruments. They were like done by a soundboard or something.
Oh, like
It's so interesting.
like a MIDI board probably.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. A MIDI board. Yeah, that was very interesting. Very, very cool. How they did that. But they managed to import the vocals somehow too of some of the songs,
What
like for
system was
Rob,
it? What
Rob Van Dam's entry back in the day.
system was it on? Profit?
It was on the Nintendo Game Boy Advance, I think. Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the graphics on this are phenomenal. And I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm actually really impressed with the
They look so
graphics.
lifelike, Jay. When did this game come out?
I know.
Oh
No, that-
wow!
No, that was phenomenal back in the day. It was.
For the day, yeah. Like the
And
fact
you even
that
had to get back on your motorcycle. Jesus.
Oh, you had to do that in the original, but the environment on the Sega Genesis version was not as 3D as this.
No, not nowhere near close.
Not even close.
Damn, you're doing so many things I would never do on a motorcycle.
What, like punch people with a pair of nunchucks?
Yeah.
You've never done
I mean,
that?
I haven't ridden
Jesus
in 2
Christ.
years.
You've not.
Shit, you can.
You've not lived until you hit someone with a pair of nunchucks on a motorcycle.
Or you kick them.
Or kick them, yeah.
Can you throw your bike at them?
If you wreck it and lands on them, I guess you could say you threw it at them.
Man, this game looks great.
Oh, it was a blast back in the day. I didn't know anybody who didn't own a copy of Road Rash. Just put it that
Oh
way.
my god. I used to.
I
Okay,
don't
so
own a copy of
I
Road
never
Rash.
owned it on the Genesis, but I probably rented it a dozen times when I was in college.
Well, I'm saying back in
I
the
owned it on the Genesis.
I'm saying back in the
I
day,
still
bro.
own it on the Genesis.
Like-
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Somebody either had it on Genesis, if they had it on 3D, they had it. If they had a system that it was available to be purchased on, they always pretty much had a copy of Road Rash.
Did anybody own it on the? Does anybody know if they came on the SNES? I'm sure it did, but I don't remember anybody playing it on the SNES.
I don't remember playing on this.
I've always been playing it on the Genesis.
It was on the Sega CD too, wasn't it, Mike? Yeah.
I'm
Sega
failing
CD
really
too.
bad at this game that I can't punch anyone on motorcycles, so I'm just punching pedestrians.
Alright, easier targets.
There you go. Just punch out the pedestrians.
There was a version of this on the Sega CD too, wasn't there?
Yes, there was on the Sega
Of
CD.
of
Road
of
Rash.
this.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yes. There was a Sega CD, and then there was a Sega Saturn version.
Yes, I never played the Saturn version. I played
The Saturn version is as close to the 3DO version as you can get, and it also has the Soundgarden soundtrack and all that stuff.
Was this released on the SNES too, Mike?
It must have.
I'm not sure.
It was an
I'm not-
EA game, so
I've never seen. I don't ever think I ever saw it on there. I'm sure
I
it was
can't.
there.
I really.
I'm not sure.
wasn't EA licensed to everybody at that time, or were they
Yeah,
mostly
at that
Sega?
point. No, at that point they're everybody.
Yeah, they were everybody.
I played the Sega Genesis version. I played the Saturn version, and I actually had this version for the 3DS. But I don't ever remember seeing it on the Super Nintendo. You would think though they would have it because the Super Nintendo it was a little more powerful
Yeah.
back in the day when it came out anyway.
This kid was right. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Not bad at all. Damn, that still looks good.
it does for how old is this game?
20 years,
Gotta be
25
late
years
90s,
old.
early 90s, mid 90s. God damn, I fucking don't even remember.
Probably close to 30 years.
Damn.
25 years ago.
Show us a game that you remember and that just could not stop playing as a kid.
I was 18.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up a game that I played the shit out of.
It actually come out in the cartridge?
It came out on the cartridge. Let me just find it here.
You missed it. You said you played the shit out of it. I said it actually came out of the
No,
cartridge.
Stop it.
It actually came out. Right. But our nerd.
Don't say Street Fighter because everybody's played it, Jay.
Nah.
Don't say Sonic because lots of people played that too.
It was Sonic. I played the shit out of Sonic.
You did, if you're a Sega guy.
Like I could play Sonic with my eyes closed. That's how
the soundtrack on the originals on the Sega Genesis. The
That's how in
Sonic,
tune you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Sonic Adventure 2.
I thought the soundtrack was amazing for Sonic.
Damn, the Road Rash 64 doesn't even look as good as the 3DO version.
No, hell no. I think I played that version too. No.
Yeah, I'm looking at gameplay right now for the Road Rash 64. I'm like, it doesn't even look nearly as good.
Oh no, no, the Road Rash 64 did not. The Sega CD version wasn't horrible, but it wasn't. Yeah, it was. The Genesis versions and the 3DO and the Saturn versions were your two best versions of that game.
What made those versions better than one particular version?
That's a great fucking question, Mike. Answer that.
Wait, what?
What what made those versions
What made Road
better
Rash play so much better, look so much better on those older systems compared to the newer ones?
on that version compared to the other version.
And if you guys are looking at the screen, there's a reason why
Coding.
this game has a lot of longevity. You can play as the hero or as the villain, and there's 2 different storylines.
Are you
And-
saying?
There's even a story in Road Rash?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
Sonic.
Oh yeah, you gotta go back.
Sonic.
You gotta revert back to YouTube.
Are you saying talent comes into play there, Mike?
I'm saying that it's very possible that
So-
that a company can pick the right coders for the right console. I'm just saying.
Damn, well played. That's a
Even
very
these
good
days,
example
people have-
too.
Different coders for different consoles.
Well, in terms of power, the 3.0 definitely wasn't any better than the SNES, right? Or the 64.
Oh yeah, it was. It was 32-bit.
Was it 50-bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a 64 is 64-bit.
Well, the N64. You said Super NES.
I'm sorry.
It's N64. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the N64 was actually a pretty good piece of kit.
It was. There was a lot more you could do with the format that they used on like the disc back then too.
Yeah.
That
God,
I
the
can
controls
probably
in this are terrible.
You can remember Nintendo 64 was still using cartridges, and then a lot of people switched over to the disc because they saw there was a lot more room for the game and stuff they wanted to put in the game on the disc.
Now, this Sonic game was inspiration for Subway Surfer. Pretty sure.
I know that game, Subway Surfer.
I don't think I know that game.
I don't
It's
know.
on your phone. It's on your phone.
You know what? You ever heard of Temple Run, Jay?
Yeah, Temple Run.
Oh yes, oh yeah.
Oh,
Same
like
thing.
that.
Same thing.
But it looks like this.
Oh, there's something really wrong with the emulation on this because I can't actually play this game. It's
Super fast.
the frame rate.
What do you
is
guys?
great.
What do you guys think of? What do you think of these emulators? You know, how well do they play compared to the original consoles?
It depends on the emulator. It really does.
That is very.
They
very
like
cool.
OpenEMU. Like I used to use Visual Boy Advance for GBA games on PC.
Like I just got my NES Classic back, and it's all emulation, and I can't tell the difference between playing Mario with a cartridge and Mario emulated, or Mike Tyson Punch Out with a cartridge, or Mike Tyson emulated. That's damn good. Or like a lot of stuff on my Street Fighter machine, it's all emulated too, and unless it, like I said, Primal Rage, the Raspberry Pi 3B, it just can't handle it. But whatever game I played, the Raspberry Pi can. I don't see a lot of difference between those emulators either. Just depends.
Oh, here's another question for you, Mike. What is a Sharp 68,000?
I have no clue.
Oh wow, that was another like old computer. They weren't. I mean, those are the ones like the Timex Sinclair kind of things.
Now, did you have these, Mike, or you just learned about them because you ran the website back in the day?
Oh, this stuff came out way before NLG. But I've also studied a lot of retro stuff. I know, but I've been doing computing for a long
Damn, Mike,
time.
you
Like,
even studied this stuff? Incredible.
I started. Well, it's a hobby, but I started.
Lots of knowledge up there in his head.
If you guys
Mike
if you guys are
do
looking
a
at the
degree in
YouTube
this shit.
stream right now, you'll actually see an image of this Sharp 68,000. It looks like 2 PC towers stuck together.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right
Look
now.
at those floppy drives, boys.
Yeah, you got to remember too. I started, believe it or not, I actually started gaming on a TI 99 4A. That's how old I am.
Texas
I don't even know what
Instruments.
that is.
Yep,
Me too, Mike.
dude, that had such great games on it, and it was the first actual computer that did voice.
It was a computer, and it played games. You slid a little cartridge into the right-hand side of it.
Yep, and if you had the voice adapter for it, the voice synth, you could play games like Parsec with full voice and everything. It was actually really impressive.
Man, that's so cool.
I don't remember if my dad. Yeah, that's right there, right there. It's what it looks like. TI 99. Yep. I
Yep.
actually had. One of my favorite games to play on it was Space Invaders.
It was what was it called? It wasn't called Space Invaders. It was called
It was a knockoff version.
Yeah, because remember they all had like Pac-Man was called
Yeah.
Munchman.
Man,
There was another one called Tombstone City that was pretty cool.
it was my dad, so I was like, this is before I ever got a console. I was like 7 playing on this thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where he got it from. I just knew he played something called like a video game. I found it out and I couldn't get off of it. Just let me have my computer back. Like, no.
No word
It
of a
wasn't-
lie. My dad brought home a Pong machine when I was a kid
Oh, wow.
with a light gun attached to it. And it
Oh,
had,
the
like-
Telstar.
Yeah, and it
There,
had
look at that. There you go. Texas
it,
Instruments home
it,
computer.
it had multiple versions of racquetball and Pong, and then it had a skeet shooting mode.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how I got into video games.
The good old Telstar.
My uncle on the
Think-
Atari 2600, and this right here is how I got into video games.
I was an Intellivision kid.
Wow, this is 1981.
Yes, that's what it said every time you turned it on.
Here's my problem. I can't start the game.
You gotta
hitting
hit
I'm hitting every
ready.
button. I'm hitting every button.
Press any keys. Oh, that sucks. Come on.
Yeah, she's not emulating properly. Unfortunately, I can't play it.
I got really good.
I'm literally hitting every button. Nothing's.
I got really good at the Space Invaders version on this. I don't remember what it's called now though.
Yeah, it was something. You're right. I can't remember what it was called, but it was definitely. Then there was one called Car Wars. I loved that one.
I just know you put it in and you had fun.
Yep.
You put it in, you have fun. That sounds like simpler times.
Isn't that the reason why we play
Everyone,
games?
I think
guys?
we all can relate to that.
I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna stick quad feed. That was awesome.
Like honestly, that's why I do everything. If I'm
Hold
not
on.
having
I'll
fun,
be right back.
If I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. That's the
Say
way
what
it
up to
works.
say what up to New
Oh,
League.
Dan, TI. No wonder I recognize the name. It's Texas
Texas
Instruments.
Instruments. Yeah.
Well, my calculator's a Texas Instrument.
Well, that's about all I know they make.
I unfortunately had to reboot because it got frozen on the Texas Instruments. I'll have to look into that and wonder why.
Say what up to New Legal in the chat.
It's happening in New League.
He wasn't to chat with us earlier, but he
Thanks for
got
stopping by. Yeah, he was going to be in with us, but he was having tech issues. Plus, he was on the job, so.
Oh, is that who was in
Yeah,
there with
that's
us?
he had the Shinobi icon.
Oh, okay, yeah. He
Yeah,
should
thanks for
remember.
coming to listen to me ask about retro questions.
Ah, man.
You tell
Glad we
somebody.
have Mike on a panel tonight.
You tell somebody I started a game on a TI 9948. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" You mean a Texas Instrument calculator? No, not a calculator.
Gee, speaking of calculators, no word of a lie. This new version of the Raspberry Pi has the watch games on it.
The what games?
Has watch games on it.
Watch games.
Remember you used
Like
to be able to
a
play
Tamagotchi?
games on a watch?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Hangman?
Okay, I'm going to show you some of these games that they've got here. It's called something and Watch. Let me just
No, I'm gonna
find-
tell you,
Oh yeah,
if you-
Nintendo Game and Watch.
Game and Watch? You meant like the original Game and Watch?
Okay,
Yeah.
so take
Not
a
this
look.
new crap that's out now.
No. You guys look at the YouTube stream and you.
Oh
check
yeah,
this-
I'm looking at it. Yeah. Holy shit.
Mr. Game and Watch.
I
Yeah.
remember
Snap
now.
Brothers.
Like those
Dude.
things they were just lights. They were just like
These,
lights.
these were kind of like the
Oh,
Tiger.
the Tiger Electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who didn't have the Tiger handheld electronic
Oh my
game?
Oh,
My
yeah.
dad used to play a football
Me.
one all the time.
Oh,
Give me
yes.
that kick.
I had Gauntlet. I had Shinobi. I had
Baseball. He had a baseball one as well.
I remember
Yep.
playing Donkey Kong,
No, I
Pac-Man.
had,
And
I had Double Dragon.
Really?
Yeah, I had a ton of these. And I had the Mario Game and Watch, and I had the Donkey Kong Game and Watch.
Yeah, they ran off 2 AA batteries.
Yep.
They were actually a lot of fun too. They were like one of your first handhelds.
Yep.
It's true.
Dude, my first tabletop was a Frogger that was like that.
There's so many things that we experienced.
Oh my god.
that-
This very Donkey Kong system I played the shit out of.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's old. That's old school too.
Yeah. Very old school.
There's a lot of things that we actually had growing up.
And look, and this is the flip out. This is where the Nintendo DS got its idea from.
Yep, because it flipped open.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All LCD. Wasn't it LCD? Yeah.
Yep.
If you don't know what LCD stands for, I can't help you.
You're in the wrong podcast. Damn it! Damn it! Did I call it a podcast again?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Although I don't know, you guys are talking about Cyberpunk for like an hour.
To call LCD screen to program an LCD screen on a Arduino unit, you have to actually physically call the LCD library. And for one of my recent uni projects, when I was programming a microcontroller, we weren't allowed to use the built-in Arduino library, Liquid Crystal. So we had to use the university's custom-made one, which was easily over 1,500 lines of code.
Wow!
Instead of just calling one damn library, it was a bitch.
How much did these cost back, like the Tiger handhelds? I don't remember.
They're probably like $50, maybe.
No, I don't think they were that much.
They're $79.99. I thought they were $80.
Nah, they were like $20.
Yeah, they were like $20. 15,
Look at this,
$20.
Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you this.
But
was
$20 back then was
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. But look at this Dungeons and Dragons game. I bet you this was probably one of the first digital versions of Dungeons and Dragons ever.
Dude,
Well, get this shit, boys. They sell them all over again. You can pick them up
Rest in
50
peace
bucks
to
at
anyone who
Target and Best Buy.
hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons before 3.5.
Dude, I told you, Jay. I had the Tiger handheld electronics version of Gauntlet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to see if that's here. No, I don't see it here.
Oh, that's what they look like, the Game & Watches. I've seen those before. That's cool.
Yeah. And they were just lights. That's all they were.
Let's put it this way. I mean, I've seen so many innovations and stuff, like crazy little things pop up like the Tiger handheld.
Do you remember the Tiger handhelds? They put like the little light in it so you can play in the car when it's dark out.
Yeah, I think I think.
I remember. This goes to show that vintage stuff never goes out of style.
Nope.
Yeah. Everything in style goes out of style, then comes back. You haven't learned that?
Was this the one that you played, Mike? Was it the Mario Brothers?
Yes.
I said there was a Double Dragon version of the Tiger handheld electronic thing. And I had it. And I had Shinobi. That Shinobi one.
Mickey Mouse, Monkey, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize how many there was.
There was a ton. I remember as a kid going, I mean, because I loved consoles, but like they were so neat. Like, I would love to have this one. There were so many I didn't have. I had like 4 or 5.
Oh, they even have a Tron.
Tron.
That's cool. I'm a big Tron man.
I don't remember the Tron one.
No.
Is this all Tiger stuff or what?
Yeah, that's all.
Oh, Game & Watch. What's up, buddy?
Game & Watch.
What's up?
Wait a second now.
That's right.
Wait
Somebody
a
came in the
second.
back door.
Someone came in the back door that I haven't
All
spoken
about the
to
back door.
in many, many, many weeks. So
Yes.
happy to see you, man.
Hey, what's going on, man? Sorry.
Come on, stinking.
What's up?
Real life gets in the way, brother. I wasn't able to
I
look
hear
like
you,
7.
man.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, and I kind of
I
wasn't
haven't
thinking.
spoken to Stinking Corpse in a long time.
It's been a while, Prophet. Yeah, since like Dad's Cast sometime.
Yeah,
probably.
Dad's Cast days back then.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dazcast, he said he's going to have one here the next few weeks.
Oh, Dad's Cast?
Yeah, he said.
Hopefully.
He
Yeah,
watches
Yeah,
it
looking
on
forward to
Friday.
Dad's Cast.
I keep telling Chris that he's got to pull WDFC out of the damn mothball.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got to pull
he needs to do that
WDFC
too.
back out too. WDFC, I started watching that one back when they first started.
Yeah.
When it was just WFC.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? Anyway, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
I told him, I said, even if it's month, if you want to just do it once a month, because, to me, I enjoyed that so much.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, I did too.
I loved it. I miss WDFC every day.
Exactly. So, Chris, if you're still in the chat, so I'm trying to tell you, brother. That's why I didn't take it out of the NLG logo, because I'm like, one day it's
it'll be
coming back.
So
And it makes it.
It's in Siberia, Chad.
Yeah, it makes it. I saw. Yes, I've seen Siberia jumping in Twitter too. I'm glad to see him kicking.
Yeah, he used to be everywhere. Now he's
I
like
know.
rarely there.
Life. You know what? As we're
life,
saying, man,
exactly.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
life just gets in the way.
A lot of times, man, you just feel overwhelmed trying to keep up with everybody. Then you just have to come to a point and be like,
That's
look,
why I don't. I don't.
Yeah,
keep up with
exactly.
everybody.
Yeah, if I can't catch it live, I'll catch it on a replay or something. I can't keep up with it.
I'm starting to have that trouble myself. I mean,
I had to take the whole Christmas break off. I turned
no,
off.
pretty much.
The only thing I responded to on Twitter was DMs, and I didn't watch any YouTube.
Oh, look at Flamish. He started out so bright and burned out so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was busy, man. He was doing this show, doing
yeah, and I don't know
Fall
how.
Guys.
How in the hell? I guess because you're young. You know, when you're young and you don't have kids.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of free time.
You
When
know?
you're not driving the bus.
And you sit up late as hell, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, my days of that are coming to a quick end too.
You gotta remember, he's 6 hours ahead. So when he's like podcasting with clowns and it makes 3 or 4 o'clock, it's 9 or 10 for him.
Yeah, and then when he's on here with us,
Yeah,
it's
it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's
Almost
yeah.
12 o'clock in the afternoon here.
well, that ain't so bad for profit.
No,
Yeah, it's great. That's why it's great, because I work at night and you
Yeah.
guys are, doing the show in the morning, so it's nice,
Yeah,
I like it. And then there was that 1 week where I worked like 2 weeks in a row mornings because I bitched to my boss about stop giving me damn midnight closes. My missus works in the morning. I want to work in the morning too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
How is it on Wednesday over there?
Quite nice. I think you'll enjoy it. I think I gotta go to work later actually, so it might ruin my day, but we'll see. I'm gonna go to the gym after the show finishes.
Promise in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't call me proper for nothing.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I keep telling people, whoever jumps in our chat on Thursdays, if you're there, it's just bonus. If not, I understand.
I want to be there, but like y'all go for. I try to do it, but y'all go for like 3 hours, Mike. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, 3 hours ain't nothing.
I'll be there on Thursday, Mike.
There you go. Yeah, but that's just it.
That's Friday for me.
I'm also not asking. I don't ask everybody. Like a lot of people come in late too, which is really weird.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest part is that we're like 11:30, and I'm looking at the clock going, yeah, we ought to start winding this up, and that's when like 5 or 6 new people jump in.
I've done that myself too, Mike. I'm laying in the bed and I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm like, I know.
Oh, there you go. See, there it is now. If I need to put my ass to sleep, I'll turn on NLG. I got it.
Hard time
I
sleeping.
hear you.
I
hear you.
Like I can't go to sleep, so I'm like, fuck, let me jump in and say,
That's right.
That's not what I
The
meant.
fucking Stinger will put me to sleep right away.
That's what I heard.
oh, when
The sleeping sting.
That's all right. I'm a multi-public service person.
I feel bad because I haven't jumped in. I'm like, fucking, I can't go to sleep.
Mike sounds different though, doesn't he? He sounds like you can tell the microphone is worse than it usually is.
Oh, I'm not. I'm on my phone. Sorry, I'm using my phone.
No wonder. Okay.
Sorry, on a night like this when my kids are doing scouts and all that stuff, I got to be mobile.
Oh yeah, that's fucking badass, Mike.
Oh.
That's how I did podcasts for like the first year and a half. On the phone.
Yeah. Well, I try to, it's like this show. I love listening to this. I love listening more than I love talking on it, and I can't a lot of times because I'm in the same room as 11-year-old kids. I'm like, I can't put Retro Renegades on. I'm at a scout meeting.
Oh yeah.
Wait a second. We only talked about oral sex twice tonight.
I'm trying to
only talked about Pan Am's ass a couple times. It's okay.
They were looking too. Don't worry.
Well,
Right.
everybody. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you there, Mike, but it is that time. I like to keep things on schedule. Plus, my wife likes it.
Unlike Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Jay's got some dishes to do, so
She wants to give him the strong hand. There we go.
yeah.
The strong hand with the little hand. Strong arm with the little hand.
I will let everybody finish, but before everyone finishes, I want to say one thing to everybody that's here. We may not have the biggest chat. We may not have the biggest show. We may not have the biggest anything, but guess what? Our viewers are legit. Our viewers are legit.
Yep.
They are passionate. We love them. We may not have the biggest panel, but guess what? Our panel are amazing. They love to talk. You know, the stuff that we all love, retro games. It's all about fun. It's all about great. It's all about what we love. And we appreciate everybody that comes all the time. So, as long as it's fun,
yeah, baby.
as long as it's fun, we're going to keep doing this.
Like Cyberguard just said, he said, "You guys have the biggest heart." I appreciate that, Cyberguard.
Yep.
Rock brother.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they're just, and it's great because a lot of the people that are in that chat room, I'll see them Thursday night, and it amazes me because we're just sitting here talking about how hard it is to watch everything and keep up, and all of these people are doing exactly that. Like I see Pong everywhere.
I know.
Yeah, I see him.
you know,
He's
everywhere.
I'm seeing
I think Pong's a robot, honestly.
Yep, and he just joined. He just joined the shop, and I'm looking forward to
Did he?
watching. Yep,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to watching him.
I don't ever listen to the shop, but I'm gonna have to start. Only because-
Yeah,
PTK,
just for Pong,
PTK,
man. Just for Pong.
yeah,
yeah,
PTK is good people.
I have
I used to just watch this show just for Jago, but now I love all of you, so.
But you know, guys, one thing I can say about our show is we have 17 people watching our show, but we have 17 people in the chat as well. So
Yep,
we're also
that's the other thing. Yep,
exactly.
they
Yeah,
interact.
that's the other thing. They
It's-
participate actively.
well, this is also, you know, Jay. This is what we built the Gamers United Guild for, man.
That's right.
This is exactly what we built the guild for.
Yes.
And this is
Stacey just said, just so we don't have any crap gamer in here.
Oh my God.
had to ruin it. Had to ruin the mood.
I know.
Had to ruin the mood.
No. This is what we built Guild for. I can't keep up with everybody. I cannot. I wish I could.
All I gotta say to that comment is, why I always gotta trash that dude, yo. What's good?
Hey, them guys might have crap gamer, but we got Supersonic, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's right.
Speaking of Supersonic, there's something.
Where is he?
Something.
He left to go watch
Something is
RDS.
long overdue.
Oh wow! Jesus.
What he put in the chat?
No, he's back.
He did put that in chat.
No, I saw that. I didn't respond.
Yeah, it's
Me
kind of hoping
neither.
to come on.
Lord of-
Curse you all! Curse you all! Curse you all! Curse you all!
Yes. Tonight was fun. Sorry there was too much cyberpunk talk, but just awesome.
That's okay.
Hey, you talk about whatever you want to, Jago.
Right.
I'm here
Sure.
to sit. I'm here to listen. I don't really
I'm
mind.
not a huge RPG fan. I'm not. Never have been. So you get me to I'm playing an RPG. Let's get something special.
No, it's hey.
Means I made a
it
damn
is
good game then.
all good.
Anyway, guys, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you guys all.
Love you all. Happy freaking New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
everybody.
fucking New Year.
Yeah.
Let's
Everybody
hope
have a
this
wonderful
year-
night. Be safe.
Let's hope this year's gonna be better than last.
And
I hope.
And it
It
doesn't.
has to be.
It doesn't have a lot. It doesn't have a lot to go.
Well,
have to do.
I
you know?
will say this. I still have a mask on my face while I'm working, and it's not making me happy. Gosh darn it.
I know. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here. But
Okay.
But
Is
I want
what
to
it
thank Mike and Prophet for jumping in. Prophet, you're
Yeah.
always welcome.
Thank you
know
so
that.
much,
You know
Prophet.
that.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
really
thanks.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
jumping
it.
It's good to talk to you finally, Prop.
in. And
Yeah,
Mike,
absolutely.
Mike knows that everyone in the NLG is invited all the time.
Oh, and likewise, I need some of you bastards on NLG one
I'll
night.
have to set up some
Yep.
profit casts too.
Yes.
Damn right.
I'll tell you what. When I have a Friday off, I will be.
Yep. Or next time I set up a Sega roundtable.
Oh yes, I'm there. I'm there.
I'll tell you what, man. That was. I still regard that as one of our finest episodes.
I am embarrassed that I missed that one. I am embarrassed.
I am too because I wanted to be a part of that.
It was me, Mike,
Well,
Lord
Part-
Carnito, and
Inferno was there,
Inferno was there,
and
I miss Inferno. He
yep.
was my brother.
Hey, you know what? There's gonna be a part 2, and
so much fun.
the Sega Roundtable Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, and we're gonna get a whole bunch of new people in that want to talk Sega.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be one big ass show.
That's a 3-hour show, wasn't it, Mike? I believe.
It was very close.
It was fun.
It was very close. So,
Okay, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Not sure who will be hosting. Either be myself or Flamish. Or maybe one of these other guys on the panel might want to jump in. Who knows?
You never know.
Exactly. We'll see you guys
Maybe.
next week. Later.
Later, guys.
Later.
Stay metal
play on, gamers.
and beware of false prophets.
Yep.